Hello everyone, Boker Tov, Chodesh Tov. Today we'll do blessings 14 and 15 together. There's even a whole line that is repeated in both, and the rabbis were trying to figure out why that is. So we are going to go to the sources and the verses that talk about the actual order of the redemption. So it's not exactly a contradiction, it's just that there's different prophecies that seem to suggest that things will happen not in the order that we believe. So what we believe now is that just like when Joshua came into a land and conquered it, and afterwards Jerusalem was inhabited by Jewish people, and only after that did David become king in Jerusalem and brought the altar there, and afterwards built a temple. That's the way to do things, and that's the order of how it's supposed to happen. But we don't know because in our days, since 1880, there was stuff that was happening in a different way, and so let's just go to those verses. So the first verse is from Hosea. He says, "Achar Yeshuva b'nei Yisrael v'kshu et Hashem Elohem." So first they will come to the land, then they will ask for Hashem to be their king, and David Malkam, and then to appoint David as their king. And that's again the order that it was, because first it was Shaul, and Shmuel was afraid that they were rejecting him, and Hashem said, "No, it seems to be that they are rejecting me and my authority as king." But this is how Hosea predicts the future, that we will first come back, then we will ask for Hashem, and then we will ask for David. And in a different verse in Yeshayahu, we say this every Yantiv, that I will bring them to my mountain and make them happy in my house, because Beit Tefillah Yikareh L'chol Ha'amim. So that's the fulfillment of Jerusalem being the center place. The Har Kodeshi is Har Moriah, that's mentioned a few times during the Tanakh. And last but not least, the verse from Jeremiah, talking about Bayomai, Bayimimahem Uvaetahi, in that time and in that day, David Tzemach Tzedakah, David will not only be king himself, but also his whole dynasty. So that means that after everybody is already there, and there was the ingathering of the people, like we said in the 10th blessing, then also David will flourish. And even though this is the next verse 16, it says, "B'yamim hahem tivasha Yerushalayim, Yehuda v'Yerushalayim tishkon levetach." So tishkon levetach, that's the phrase that will be in the blessing about Yerushalayim. And so again, it seems to be not exactly the right order. And tishkon reminds us of the word Shekhinah, and Hashem promises to rest his Shekhinah in Jerusalem. It's also in the prayer that Solomon prayed when he built the temple. So let's do the two blessings together and then compare them. So Yerushalayim Ercha Barachamim Tashu, this is Ashkenaz. Come back to Yerushalayim, v'tishkon v'tocha kasher dibarta, like you said through the prophets, that you will dwell in Jerusalem. Uvnei ota b'korov b'yamenu, binyan olam v'chised David merah tocha tachin. So first it has to be established, and binyan olam, a building where it won't be destroyed ever again, and the house of David should be established, the chair of David, the throne of David should be established in it forever. And the following blessing, et tzemach David v'chamarat tzmiach. So David is called a tzemach, like a shoot or a sprout, and his fulfillment of kingship will be raised through your salvation. And we say Matzmeach Keren Yeshua. That's some of the original blessing. And okay, I don't know why Yerushalayim wasn't added. So let's just go to Sfard. Same words. So we are expecting your salvation every day. and Metzapim Lishua. So that's an addition in the Sfard and the Sephardi, those two words. And it's based on a Talmud that says that when we come to Gan Eden, when we come to the final trial in Shemaim, they will ask us a few questions. They will ask us, Asakta v'natata be'emunah, meaning did you do your business honestly? And they will ask us if we learned Torah. They will ask us if we prayed, and last they will ask us tzipita lishua. Did you actually anticipate and for the word safeh, which means to see far away, or far sight? Did you expect the salvation in your days? And that's something that it's not that the Ashkenaz are denying. It's just that during the 2,000 years since we've been almost 2,000 years where we started saying these blessings, it's very hard for people in the darkness of the exile to expect to understand what Tzipita Lishua is. But in our generation, there are people who actually have a bag packed under their bed or in their closet with a white shirt and a clean suit, so they can go and greet the Mashiach when he comes. So and so just go to the Sfaradi. So the word Tishkon here is not after Beli Yerushalayim Yercha Barachim Tashuv, but rather we are skipping the Tashuv part. Again, that's another edition of the Sfardim, speedily in our days. And so because we already said that b'mehara b'yamenu, so that's their way of omitting the mitzapim lishua. But so I really don't know how the Ari Nusach got that, because it's the only one of the three that has it. And so I think that is an amazing addition, and we could all add it to our own prayer. But again, the process is not always going to be very clear. Sometimes there's going to be a king from the house of David who isn't a good king, but in the future we believe that will not happen again, because it was part of the growth of the Jewish people, and obviously we were punished or exiled in order to achieve something else, but we still have to pray for this return of Jerusalem, rebuilding of Jerusalem, and the return of Mashiach from the house of David every single day of our life. And so, Be'ezrat Hashem, Hashem will accept our prayers, especially in Rosh Chodesh, where we talk about, even in Ya'aleh V'yavo, we talk about the Binyan Yerushalayim and Mashiach ben David. So we'll stop here.